Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Dre James here, back at it with another podcast for you. It's been a while, man. This channel has been neglected. I can't say that word right. Neglected, neglect, whatever. So you know what the fuck I'm saying. Anyway, how y'all doing? Hope your Tuesday is joyous, man. A lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe not important to you, but it's important to me because I was on the subway and I had my little pad and I was writing down. Also, I was trying to figure out what kind of topics I should talk about. And I got two topics in what's going on in the news. You know, that's the Kevin Hart thing. This is like it blew up like wildfire. You know, you have haters that's all they do is like look up past shit that you did 8 years ago, and then they blow it up, and now you ain't got no job anymore. Like this is what Kevin Hart had. He had an opportunity to host the Oscars, and you know certain haters out there always want to throw salt in Kool-Aid. Salt don't go in Kool-Aid. That's why it's terrible. But he has some anti-gay slurs. You know, something that happened 8 years ago. I mean, he's fucking almost 40. I believe he's like 39. But you know, when days have progressed and passed and you grow into a mature human being, your ideals, here's what I'm looking for. Your whole aspect in life changes over time. Yes, I believe he's remorsed about it, you know, like, why did I say that? You know what I'm saying? Because he have changed. You know, he ain't that immature nigga that's just immature for no reason, you know, just because he's young. Because, you know, like a lot of us, when we are in our 20s, we are ignorant to certain things, and we say things we don't mean, or we say things based on effect, you know. But, I hope he's apologetic right now. I mean, you know, we gotta treat people with respect, and especially the gays. You know what I'm saying? You should treat everybody with respect, but that was kind of fucked up. Where he had a good gig with the Oscars. That the Academy wanted him to host the Oscars. Can't talk. The Academy wanted to have him host the Oscars, and for him to have that backlash from previous tweets, it's just crazy, you know. It is what it is, man. It is what the fuck it is. But it's just, I don't know what, moving forward from this, I don't know what he's going to do. He's probably going to, I don't know, be in some more movies, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, this is some tired bullshit. It's going to blow over in about like 2 weeks. And then, you know, another topic might come up with somebody else. So, the whole Kevin Hart thing with the anti-gay slurs, you know, I believe wholeheartedly some bitch-ass haters had to dig up, some past tweets that was like old shit just to, you know, tarnish his name. That's why he lost the job as the host of the Oscars. Whereas that's like the shit. I'm glad that he's not hosting the Oscars because like the previous hosts, man, they treat them like shit. I mean, like, look at like Chris Brown. Say Chris Brown. He ain't never hosting no Oscars. I mean, Chris Rock, and I mean, since look at the track record. They have never been the same, you know, since then. That's like the worst job to have, is to host, especially when you black. they just want some what's the word I'm looking for? I was about to say majority, but that's not the word I'm looking for. It's diversity. with the Oscars because the Oscars is so white now. Well, it's always been white, you know. Yes, the Oscars is, predominantly white. Certain actors and actresses are white that wins those awards, and they always try to sprinkle some token black people in there. Hey, look, the Oscars is diversifying. We got Denzel Washington as best actor, but only case in point, Denzel Washington gotta be the most absolutely fucking talented actors out there. Black actors. Oh fuck, he's a talented actor in general. He made all these good ass movies, and he put his heart in it, in that shit. Sorry, I can't talk. Still, shit. Just came home from work. He didn't get an Oscar from Malcolm X. He didn't get an Oscar from Mo Better Blues or goddamn, I drew a blank. American Gangster, whatever. I don't know, shit. But he got the Oscar for playing a bad guy in Training Day. So, okay, I have to act like a heel just to get nominated for an Oscar. But I played some good roles here, like Glory and all that. Like, I watched that movie with my uncle, R.I.P. And that was a good ass movie. It's about the Civil War, and whatnot. And he didn't get nominated. He probably got nominated, but he didn't win. I mean, yes, if you get nominated for an Oscar, that's good also, but win that award based on that nomination, that's when you made it. I'm not talking about supporting actors. I'm talking about that main actor role. But it is what it is. The Oscars has always been white. You always favored the white people. Fuck Eminem got a fucking Oscar for his score in 8 Mile. Well, not the whole score. Well, the whole score, but that one song, Lose Yourself. First rapper. I think that was the first. Yeah, it was the first single rapper ever to have an Oscar. The first rap group was 3 6 Mafia. Yeah, but anyway, that was a damn shame. Anyway, the white people gotta have their day when it comes to the Oscars. That's like they are saying they will sprinkle some token black people in there just to, like, hey, I want to give you the Oscar because you drew the longest straw, whatever. Fuck it, I don't know. Anyway, so it is what it is. WWE news. This oh wow. Fucking sucks. It's Tuesday now. I should be watching SmackDown. Well, it's not on yet. It's like a couple minutes to 7. I don't even watch them. I don't even watch NXT, even though NXT is better. I don't have the network anymore, so I refuse for the network because Raw is so shitty. I don't know what's going on. Either Vince McMahon and all the producers backstage don't care about what they sell on TV, like storylines, drama, ring psychology. It's just, they just sucks. SmackDown's a little bit better than Raw. I can't take that away from them. Sometimes SmackDown's hit and miss, but Raw is like consecutively. It's a consecutive failure each week. It's like the storylines don't pan out, and sometimes they use the wrong people. I blame they don't have enough star power on their roster. It's like, but they failed to make stars. They don't give wrestlers backstage chances to be themselves with the volume turned all the way up. Like the Attitude Era, I watched the Attitude Era. I was in my teenage years, probably around, I don't know, I believe I was 15, 16, like I was in my mid-teens doing the Attitude Era. It was awesome. That was a different company then, It wasn't all, corporate. It was still corporate, but it wasn't like a public company. It was private. They didn't have to appease any stockholders. And that's what's wrong with companies today that do go public. The WWE wasn't in a position to go public in the stock market. Usually, I want to remember this. Comment below if you have a better explanation of why companies should go in the stock market, and become public. If you're an at-risk company, then it's better to go public in the stock market. But they wasn't, though. I think they would be perfectly fine as a private company, and, the money would still be there. Because my philosophy, when you're a private company, let's just say WWE was a private company still. They wasn't in the stock market, I think they will take the advantage and look at their core product a little bit more. Because when you are public, then you have to look after your stockholders, the people that's actually putting their money through your to your company. So you got to appease them before the WWE can appease us. So when you're a public company, the stockholders do come first. Then it's the consumer that's actually paying money in merchandise and shows and help grow income within that company. So it is what the fuck it is. But I wonder what the UFC network is actually doing and having these Raws to be so lackluster. I know one of those network heads at USA is like, what the fuck is this shit? This is not Raw. This is bullshit. This is WWE bullshit. This is named fucking show bullshit because that's what I'm seeing. Or, excuse me, that's what I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? I think it broke the camel's back when Roman decided to leave on a good reason. He's sick. His leukemia came back, so he was like, I can't work like this. I don't know what the systems are. I think your white blood cells stop working to its full capacity, and it's kind of hard for you to regulate your blood or whatever. I think that's what leukemia is. I gotta look that shit up. But yeah, by all means, fill that in the comments. What is leukemia? I want to know. Or maybe I'll probably Google it. But yeah, when Roman Reigns decided he didn't decide. He was forced because he's sick. When he left, he was the golden boy. It just broke down, and they relied heavily on Roman for such a long time. It's like they failed to build new stars, except Braun Strowman. I mean, we made him, and then all of a sudden, WWE fucked that shit up because Braun Strowman, he got over organically, and then all of a sudden he's just. Ever since he lost the match, I think that was Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar destroyed all. Well, not him. I'm not blaming him. WWE destroyed all credibility of Braun Strowman as this big, strong man, crazy mofo, and he sucks now. He says the same shit every time he comes out. It's like, get these hands. I'm gonna shit. I can't even do that shit no more. I cough. Get these hands. I'm gonna get the WWE. He had more chances from the WWE Championship, and he fails every time. He don't need the WWE Championship. He's already over. He's still over to the casuals. So he's still over, but he's not over to us, like the hardcore fans. Well, I don't watch the show anymore, so I don't give a shit. But He's still over to the casuals, but that's about it. I mean, he really don't need the title. The title, the WWE Championship, the main championship on the show is for people who reach that plateau, needs to go higher. All right, he's over. He's good on promos. He's getting over. The company is backing him. He's over with the crowd. He's over with the company. And that caveat, the icing on the cake, to make him super over. That's when the WWE Championship comes into play. Well, that's how it once was, really. You know, it's always awarded to the most popular, most over person, but like if you was uber over, like as soon as you come out like Braun Strowman, the crowd was imitating them and shit like that. You don't need the belt. Like New Jack, he didn't really need no fucking belt. He was super over. He reached that top plateau, so he didn't really need the ECW belt because, you know, every time he came to the ring with a trash buggy with some fucking kendo sticks or whatever, an old ECW, everybody was calling him by his name. New Jack, New Jack, He didn't need a belt. You know, there's some wrestlers that need a belt, and there's some wrestlers that do. No, that don't. Excuse me. I don't know. I go off tangents sometimes. We talk about I'm sick of talking about Raw. If you want to listen to a person that talk about Raw in depth, JD from New York is good. I mean, that motherfucker said he be going in on Raw. You know, SmackDown too. He likes NXT. Everybody, like, if you a true wrestling fan, NXT is the truth. But yeah, he be going in on Raw. No pun intended to Shane and Dawson. Shane and what's that? I forgot that wrestling duo on YouTube. Shane and Dawson. I don't know, whatever. But it is what it is, babies. It is what it is. How's your Christmas is doing? My Christmas ain't no fucking lights up. Well, we got a laser light projector, but there ain't no Christmas tree up in my house. It don't even feel like Christmas, to tell you the truth. You know, like when you get to that certain age, it's like, it's just not hitting. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't no Christmas shows come on TV anymore like back in the day. Like, the last Christmas season of TV programs was like back in 2005 when I was still working at Target. I hate that fucking place. They fired me for no reason. I was the fall guy. Let me tell you about that story. They had a little thing going on where some guests was arriving at the store to rate us, you know, on our business practices, and they gave us like grades in form of a traffic light. You know, there was red, which was bad, yellow was like so-so, and then green is good. Alright. So when they got to Starbucks, I made sure everything was up to date. You know, I FIFO'd everything, first in, first out, whatever. You have to do that. Old shit goes in front so you can, well, not old, but, you know, recent stuff goes in front, new stuff goes in the back, whatever. Everything was clean to my liking. I mean, shit, the whole team didn't care because the whole Starbucks team was really over it. You know, it was like, Target sucks. Nobody didn't care. Nobody cared at all. The person gave us a yellow grade. It was just like, okay, so, you know, as long as it wasn't a red, it wasn't a red. You know, and they fired me because of that. I was the fall guy. They said I could have done better. I'm like, bitch. Or then I think that's how I formulate my words. Another reason why I think I got fired is because I was always late. Now that makes sense more than that fucking review I got from the red light, green light, red the red light, green light, yellow light shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the spotlight. I think that was calling that shit the spotlight evaluation. I believe. I don't know. It's a Target thing. I don't know if it was, but I think that was back in 2012. You know, I wanted to leave anyway, but I didn't want to get fired. You know, that was set. But I got a job like probably a month later with the electric company. I was a meter installer, so I would drive around. I love that job too because they give you a truck and you drive around residential properties and then you change that meter. I had some customers be like, I don't want my meter changed. It's going to spike up my bill. I'm like, it's not going to spike up your bill. Just stop listening to what the news is. That's why I keep, let me tell you a story. Not really a story. This is a rant. Like with this vaping stuff, man. I love to vape. It's usually the older people that say, oh, that's bad for you, just like cigarettes. No, it's not, okay? It's not. There you go, listen to that fucking propaganda, man. You don't listen to propaganda. They say that it's worse than smoking cigarettes. Or like, or like people that do vape, they go back to the cigarettes. That's only if you're weak. If you're weak-minded, if you don't like this shit and you rather have the cigarette, you're going to go back to the cigarettes. But the only thing is in the e-liquid, the only bad thing about e-liquid is the nicotine. But, the nicotine itself is not bad. It's only a stimulant, just like caffeine. People like coffee. If you drink too much of that shit, it's going to restrict your blood vessels. You're going to die or some shit. I don't know. I haven't heard nobody OD from caffeine. But anyway, shit. But too much nicotine is deadly, and too much caffeine is deadly. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's a stimulant. But it has propylene glycol, which is one of the major ingredients for a person with asthma. So if this is good for an asthmatic person, it's good for me. And then vegetable glycerin, that's the consistency of the juice. Because all it is cooking oil. That's what vegetable glycerin is. And that's an over-the-counter shit. Just like propylene glycol. That's a medicine. Well, it's one of the ingredients in medicine, like inhalers. That has propylene glycol. Cough syrup, that got propylene glycol in it. Everything, the ingredients in the e-liquid are over-the-counter pharmaceuticals. Except for the vegetable glycerin, all that is cooking oil. That's the consistency of the juice. By that, I'm gonna vape. Hold on, I gotta turn it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It cuts on smock, then then alien, and then now it's gonna be on. Hold on, yeah it is. New coil? No, it's not new coil. Okay. Yeah, this strawberry starburst is good. That's the flavor I'm vaping. Yeah. You know why, like back in the day, when they was doing propaganda, like vaping is not good for you. The FDA didn't know what the fuck to do about vaping because it was pretty much a boom, and everybody would start vaping, and I know big tobacco was hurting in their pockets because everybody was converting over to this. Well, they're like the little mini like vape pens. It's just like back in like '05, I think. Now it's like mods, but yeah, man, yeah, big tobacco was like fucking losing their shit. So they sent some lobbyists in Washington or whatever and influenced people and to the news networks like vaping is harmful, whatever. They did all that shit and people still vape because they know big tobacco was pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? But vaping is awesome. I love to vape. I haven't touched a pack of cigarettes in 5 years. No, I lie. I did buy one pack because I forgot this at home. I needed my nicotine. That's the only. Like I did a video on my vlogging channel. And I bought some cigarettes. 'Cause I needed my nicotine. You know, if I had it my way, I would have like bought a single, but they don't sell singles. You know, I mean, if you went to the train station in Baltimore, you can find somebody say loose ones is for 50 cents. Yeah, they be selling cigarettes on the street. I swear to God, they do anything. Like you can have 2 cigarettes for $1 and a cigarette for 50 cents. You know, yeah, that's how they hustle. That's it. At least that's better than selling weed like right on the street in broad daylight. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you a drug dealer in broad daylight? You should be a drug dealer at night in the hood, in a little spot, so you're not noticeable. But yeah, man. Yeah, about Christmas. Oh man, Christmas is not really. It's just a holiday that's been overly commercialized and shit like that, and it is what it is. It is what it is. You ever saw the YouTube Rewind 2018? I failed to watch that shit on YouTube because it don't include me. If it's not including me while I watch it, the only YouTubers I do follow is Kid Behind the Camera because I love Angry Grandpa, R.I.P. Grandpa, and McJugnuggets. And then you got Boogie 2988, Dame Drops. You know, that's pretty about. Excuse me. That's pretty much it, really. Why do YouTube still got that? I don't know. Shit. It's stupid. I don't watch PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, or even that fucking, what's his name? The dude with the nice voice. Oh, fuck. Markiplier. I don't watch them no more. They got boring all of a sudden. I don't know. I think they got boring because I'm not 12. That's why I don't like or even Jake or Logan Paul. I don't like them motherfuckers. I don't like them because I'm not 13, 12, 14, whatever their core audience is. They kind of young. But I am on IG. It's a full resurgence of IG. I'm on it like every time I'm off, or not off, well, I'm on my break. I'll be on IG. Even when I come home, because there's always some crazy crackhead on the train just talking, or it's just some ratchet shit I'll be posting. It's on my. The link is in the more info box below. The description box below. And IG's the shit. I'm not a Twitter person, but I do post on Twitter sometimes. But like my shit is always IG. That's when I find all my IG thoughts. They be twerking. Some of them be having some nice asses. But yeah, I'm on IG. The link is down below. You want to follow me, follow me. Been playing Red Dead 2 a lot. My friend Preston, he thinks it's boring. Like, the main protagonist is like, you know how Arthur Morgan. Well, I'm Arthur Morgan. I'm finna ride my horse into a pasture. Then I'm finna go see Dutch. Go see Dutch with another hair-blaying scheme. My voice is scratchy. Need some water. Yeah, you know how his voice is, but you know I can understand how he feels that way about Arthur Morgan being born. It's not. I think he's so used to, John Marston, or Red Dead 1. Oh, excuse me, I can't say that because there is Red Dead Revolver. That's the first Red Dead. Red Dead Redemption 1. Everybody liked that shit because it was like a spaghetti western in a way, with realism, had tremendous realism, but plus it was arcadey at the same time. Now with this one, it's like super realistic, and it got boring to him. But me, like once I got deep in the story, it got good. And there's always something to do in the game. Like you got side quests, you got main missions, you got strangers and shit. It's like it's fucking Grand Theft Auto. But everything's good. You know, I'm always good for a good cowboy game. You know what I'm saying? Since shit, I don't watch cowboy movies that much. You know, it's I want to see that one cowboy movie with Denzel Washington. I forget the name of it. I think I still find it on my Fire Stick somewhere. You know, in an AC Odyssey, Assassin's Creed. That game's true because I'm cheagling it. You gotta cheagle that game. Yeah, man. Buy you a game chart. No, they don't call it game charts. They call it save wizard. You can mouse the game save. You get like max money and all that shit. Somebody just like trying to call me out on cheating. I was like, bitch, it's my copy of the game. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I did a fucking vlog on this on my vlogging channel though. You can find it on there. You know, people trying to tell me what to do. They don't respect my name. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I cheated. That's a big ass game too. I don't know when I'm gonna finish that shit. This fuck bigger than Origins. It took me how long it took me to beat Origins? It took me like 2 months to beat Origins, or like, well, I think 3 months and a half with all the DLCs from Origins. Man, anyway. And that's about it. That's all I think I got with this podcast here. I want to thank you if you made it this far in this long ass video podcast shit. And yeah, I see you. I guess. I see you. I'm finna eat something. That new cheeseburger smell good downstairs. Anyway, I'm finna eat. I just got home from work like an hour ago, so I'm chilling. And I gotta edit this shit, so it's probably gonna be on my channel. Anyway, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, also hit on that notification bell, so you'll never miss another video. Peace out.